Hare Krishna. So in this session we are going to discuss how Devavrata became Bhishma. So we know that actually Bhishma was the son of Ganga Devi and Shantanu. And when Ganga Devi left the Shantanu, she offered that child, the Devavrata, to Shantanu Maharaj. Shantanu Maharaj was really very happy because the child was full with the divine qualities, divine attributes, and he was really very happy because he got some heir for his kingdom, for his throne. So he was passing days with the Devavrata very happily. But one day on a hunting excursion he could smell the fragrance, he could smell the divine fragrance actually. So he followed that fragrance from where it was coming, he was thinking, and he could see that that fragrance was coming from one beautiful lady named as Satyavati. So he asked her, you are so beautiful, you have such a the fragrance is coming from your body, will you marry with me? So she said, better you ask my father, who is the king of fishermen. So the Shantanu Maharaj took the permission. He approached the father of the Satyavati for the permission, and that time the king of a fisherman, he told, actually I don't have any problem, but I have conditions, and my condition is that I know that you have son named as the Devavrata, so of course he will become the king, but my condition is that he should not become the king, but the son of yours and Satyavati should become the king. So Devavrata will not become the king, but son of the Satyavati will become the king. So if you agree with this condition, then you can marry with my daughter, because my daughter is very special. I cannot give it to anyone like that. So when he heard that, he was really shocked, because he was very much attached to Devavrata, and he could not do injustice to Devavrata, because he already told that he will become the heir for he had already decided that he will become the next king, but he thought that I will tolerate that, I will not marry with Satyavati, but I will remain loyal to the Devavrata. Was thinking, but then he immediately came back to his kingdom, and actually he was very sorrowful because his heart was captured by the beauty of the Satyavati. So he was thinking, what should I do, what I should not do, and he was actually very much sorrowful, and he was really very much distressed. That time Devavrata could not say this. He was thinking, my father is so much in the distressed condition. So he asked to the charioteer of the father. So that time charioteer told about the Satyavati and his father, her father. So Devavrata immediately went to meet with the Satyavati and his father, the king of fishermen. And when and he proposed the Satyavati on behalf of his father, Shantanu Maharaj. So that time the same condition was put in front of the Devavrata. The king of fishermen told, the father of the Satyavati told, that this is my condition, that you should not become the king, but the sons of the Satyavati and the Shantanu will become the king. If you agree to this proposal, you can take this Satyavati to marry with your father. That time Devavrata told, okay, this is not a big problem for me, I take a vow that I will not become the king, and the Satyavati's son will become the king, like that. So actually the father was very happy, and he was very glad to hear that the vow. He told that I know Devavrata, that you will not break your promise, but I fear in future you will marry with someone, and then you will have sons, and as I know that you are so powerful and skillful, your sons will also be powerful and skillful like you, there is no doubt about it, and then in future they may ask for the kingship of the Hastinapur, and they may fight with the sons of the Satyavati, and of course the son of the Satyavati will get defeated, and your son will win over the Hastinapur. So I don't want that to happen. So that time the Bhishma told, so I take a second vow, and my second vow is that I will never marry with someone, I will remain unmarried throughout my life. He looked at the sky and he made this promise, and he shouted that I take a vow to remain celibate throughout my life. And when he made that vow, looking at the sky, that time all the devas, all the gandharvas and all the celestial beings assembled in the sky, and they started showering the flowers on the Devavrata. And that time they started shouting, Bhishma, Bhishma. The meaning of the Bhishma is one who takes the terrible vow and one who follows that vow till the death. So that is the meaning of the Bhishma. So that's how he came to know known as the Bhishma, one who has taken the terrible vow. And of course then Bhishma got the Satyavati to his father, and he narrated whole incidents. The Shantanu was really very happy with the Bhishma, the Devavrata. Then eventually both of them got married, and both of them had the kids named as the Chitrangada and Vichitravirya. So in our next session we will discuss more about the Chitrangada and Vichitravirya and their dynasties ahead. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.